Hello everybody and welcome back to the Little Quilter. Today we're going to be switching gears and I'm actually going to be working on piecing a quilt block for a Ruby Block of the Month quilt kit that I got from Connecting Threads that I purchased. The quilt is called Ruby Block, a Sampler Quilt Pattern, and the quilt pattern is by Kristin Gassaway. And I purchased it, like I said, from Connecting Threads, so I will link everything down below. I don't believe that this is available for a quilt of the month or a block of the month purchase now, but I will find her either on Connecting Threads or through her own website so that I can link this. So if you are interested in this pattern, you can go and check it out and purchase the pattern for yourself. I have all of my fabrics here that are from the previous months as well as this month's fabrics too, and I'm going to go through and my cutting instructions, cut out the blocks that I need, and then we'll go ahead and start piecing all of those blocks together. And so I'm not going to show any measurements associated with this quilt because I did not create this pattern, and so if you want those, I would look up the quilt pattern for it. But I am really excited. I will show you guys here some blocks that I have already completed because I have been working on this and I am on month 5, and so I'll show you those now and I will work on getting the blocks cut. Okay, so I've got the other blocks here that I have already put together in this quilt series, and there is this one. The whole quilt is a red and white quilt, and I've never done a red and white quilt, so it's been a lot of fun to work on it. And also I'm really excited about the potential for quilting this one, just because sampler quilts, unlike like the Barn Star quilt that I've been working on, it lends to a lot of creativity with the quilting. So because every quilt block is different, there's a new fun thing to do, and you're not just doing the same sort of overall pattern across the whole quilt, which is totally fine. Now, the one thing I will say about this, which I have several of these blocks, is that there is a recurring pattern, which is this one, and so that's what gives it that sort of for lack of better ability, this little chain piece. So in between each of these will be one of these blocks, so there'll be this block, a star block, this block, and that will give that sort of recurring pattern to the actual quilt itself. So I will be able to look at this and incorporate how I can quilt this block the same and sort of incorporate that into the quilt. So it's going to be really fun once it's put together. I have not even started thinking about how I was going to do that, just because I figured I'd probably need to finish the actual quilt top first. Here are some other blocks. I really like this one. It's kind of fun. And then this one is pretty darn fun as well. So you can see a lot of the sets have, so with each month that came, like these came from a similar month, and so they both have this pattern of fabric, and the same for, so this one and this quilt block. So you do reuse the fabric in this quilting series. You don't want to throw your fabric away because you're going to keep that fabric and use it as you go, which was an important note. But it also sort of will help to tie all of these quilt blocks together, having similar patterns in each one. So I'm pretty excited about it. Let's put these aside and jump into actually getting our fabric cut for these blocks that we're about to put together. Alright everybody, so I have finished the block and I am pretty excited by this block. It isn't perfect, but it is finished and it's yet another block done for the red sampler quilt. And I hope that you guys will enjoy me as I work through. This month we also have 2 other blocks to do that are different from this one, and I've got those ready to go here shortly, and so I hope you guys will stay tuned for that. Thanks.